It is the last Friday until Christmas, because of course Christmas actually is next Friday. And as a result, this is unfortunately going to be the last time that we do one of these Friday Get Ready With Me's, which is sad because I've really enjoyed, talking with y'all and reading all of your wonderful comments, which by the way, thank you so much to all of you. Thank you so much to all of you who have responded to my questions, interacted with my videos, who have shared my videos. You can still spread plenty of Christmas cheer by sharing my videos because of course we still have most of a week's content left before Christmas, so I'm not going away just yet. So I'm gonna start by putting on some, I'm gonna start with some contour. And I will link the products that I can find at least down below. This is the Kiko Milano and Sculpting Touch, and I absolutely adore it. It has been a revelation to me that a contour stick can look good while not doing too much. And so I've been using it pretty regularly since I got it last month, and probably will use it for a very long time to come. A long time ago, I think when I first started the channel and we were doing live streams regularly, I said in a very, very early live stream that I wanted to create a secondary gaming channel because I am a little bit of a Sims lover. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the game The Sims, that's okay, because you don't really have to play The Sims for it to be impactful. There is a huge gaming community here online, both on YouTube and on other platforms, where people will stream their gaming and others will just watch it. I have been playing The Sims for a very, very long time. Since the first game, we got it for Christmas one year. I think I was 14 at the time. It was when it first came out, so that would have been in 2000-ish. And it has been a lifelong love affair ever since. I absolutely love it. You essentially are creating and building worlds and stories, and the concept of the game is so incredibly fleshed out and has been for so many years now that the possibilities, they're limitless. And so since the game came out, I have been obsessed with creating historic villages and historically themed storylines. And I do have an EA Games handle. I believe it's called CallMeOldAF. I think that's right. Either way, I will definitely link down to my profile in this video because I do occasionally already make things on there, and I have been doing so for years. But I realized something and I want to share it with you. I had said that I wanted to create a gaming channel, but I've realized recently that actually I don't know if it would be something that is sustainable enough to focus on, because I will go through periods of time where I game for literally weeks on end, right? I will go and I will make a bunch of stuff and I will play a bunch of storylines and it will be a lot of fun. But then I'll go through another period that's probably twice, sometimes even 3 times as long, where I just don't even touch it. And so that isn't very good in terms of sustainability, both for me, if I ever wanted to have a series channel that built a community like Old Fashioned AF, or for you, because you'd be waiting ages and ages and ages for a video that basically never came. And so my thought is that maybe, even though it's kind of niche, and I know not everybody will be really interested in it, maybe occasionally I should do a little bit of simming right here on this channel. And if you don't want to watch it, that's absolutely fine. If it's not your thing, then I'm totally cool with that. But then at least for those of you who have asked, your fix of my little Sims obsession. So in this case, if I were to post any of my gaming on here, then what you would be looking at is me creating maybe some vintage outfits, me experimenting with maybe mods that make things look a specific historic way, turn of the last century houses, or I have post-World War II English farm on there. I created a like faux Jamestown settlement at one point, and all of those are, again, like in the link in the description on my profile that you can download freely and you can use right now in your own Sims games. And that's the kind of stuff that I really enjoy doing on there. So, but I know that I've had questions about it in the past, so I wanted to address it. And you know, y'all got me thinking, and that's a good thing. So please, in the comments below, do you think that it is a good idea for me to occasionally post some of the gaming stuff that I'm doing on here? I just used this on my face, which is the Kat Von D. It is probably the best foundation that I've ever used, so I'm gonna stick with it for a while. It really covers up all the blemishes and stuff, and it's pretty close to that time of the month for me, so I'm trying to cover up all the zits and all of the horrible things. And I just realized that my light is off, so I don't know if you can see me really well. Ugh, that's probably better. You can actually see me now, but yes, so I have these two guys, I've blended them in, and now it is time to move on to powder. And I just use this, it's an old palette that I've had for ages. It is the L'Oreal True Match, and until I discovered Kat Von D, that's what I've used for most of my adulthood, is L'Oreal products, because actually I really like them. I didn't stop liking them, it's just that Kat Von D stuff is really, really good. So I'm just giving myself a loose coat of powder all over to kind of serve as a palette for the other makeup that is to come. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, and I am going to just do a teeny bit to my brows. You know, I'm curious as well. What are your pain points when it comes to things like makeup and hair and just like keeping yourself clean and ready for the day, every day? Like, what are the kinds of challenges that you face when it comes to health and beauty? We all have them, right? Like mine is the dry skin and the double chin, but I'm sure that you have your own unique set of struggles, because don't we all, right? Has everyone gotten their Christmas shopping done? Have you gotten the gifts that you would like to give to your friends and your family members yet? Because I have, but I ran into a hitch. This is the L'Oreal Super Slim Infallible. Everything will be linked down in the description if you need it. I ran into a hitch with our gifts because I got everything that I wanted to from my friends and family, and if it was Amazon, then it's already been shipped, of course, and some of them have already received it. But if it was something that had to be shipped from somewhere else, then I was silly, and of course, because we had come out of lockdown in November, I ordered everything with the intention of gift wrapping it and then sending it along. And then we went back into lockdown, and now I have all these gifts and I can't really get out to send them to people, which is so sad and frustrating. So I wrapped my gifts, and they're probably gonna end up staying under the tree until like well into January or even February at this point. You guys know I have been a stickler for not going out because I have congenital heart defects, and that is one of the things that is high risk in terms of symptoms when you have COVID. So we have been, since the initial lockdown, we've only gone out for very specific things and for not very long. But we were going to go, of course, to the post office or UPS or something at some point to send these gifts to my family members, and now it's too late. So it's sad because nobody can open them until the new year. Have you found yourself in a similar situation, or are all your family members gonna get their gifts on time? I mean, this is such a weird year. I think, like, I've already told my family members and they all understand. What are some of the struggles that you guys have faced over the holiday times? I would very much like to know, because obviously next to the gift thing, just not being able to see family is just so sad. Like, you know, every year We usually go to Anderson, visit my family, and this year we were actually planning to go and see Lawrence's family in the UK, and we weren't able to do that either, of course. Both occasions that we planned to go, because we were gonna go twice this year. Hey, maybe next year, right? And get pretty experimental when it comes to the way that I do my hair and do my makeup, but I am also a huge fan and believe in the kind of empty bottle movement where you have to actually use up the entire product before moving on to something else. I stick to the same kind of core products, even if I switch up the type or the brand that I'm using or the way in which I use them, until they're gone usually. And then at that point, I will give myself permission to experiment a little bit. But I thought maybe I would do a video about what my base requirements are for my own makeup and beauty routine every day. Basically, I can't live without these products, and here's why. This is the Falsies. I use it all the time. Absolutely adore it. Have since like high school or college. All right, and then finally, lips. And today, I'm wearing some brown and blue. I'm thinking just a basic red. Also L'Oreal. I don't know what it's called because it doesn't have a thing. So I'm assuming it's like Color Stay or something, but in a maze. And I'm just going around and I am shaping my lips. And then after that, I'm gonna fill them in completely. I've gone for that kind of late 40s, early 50s overdraw. All right, I'm ready for the day and all of the fun festivities to come. I hope that you and your family are safe and you are able to communicate with each other wherever you are. Make sure to subscribe to Old Fashioned AF and jingle the little bell below if you would like to continue on this Vlogmas journey with me and keep up with all of the fun activities that I still have planned for the rest of this week, including the conclusion of the cake, which I know you guys are all dying to learn about. So in the meantime, I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Mwah!